Welcome to the Woodruff print shop. William Woodruff was the first territorial and state printer of Arkansas. He started the Arkansas Gazette in 1819 at Arkansas Post. 3 years later, when the capital moved to Little Rock, so did he, and he built a structure almost identical to the one we're standing in. He would sell you parchment, quills, pretty things. He was the postmaster of Little Rock for a little while, so you could come and get your mail. He's also known for having the first lending library in the state of Arkansas. This building has some really cool features. For example, his office. All right, upstairs here at the Woodruff print shop, we have where the apprentices would have stayed, also where they would have worked, making the newspaper. You had to make a plate. You made your plate one letter at a time. You had to line them up perfectly. Each one of these little teeny tiny pieces is one individual letter. You line them up perfect. You place your letters in here. When it's all perfect, you get your ink balls, very, creative name, cover them in ink. Ink all over the letters, not in the spaces. Take a sheet of paper, put it in here, fold it in, crank it in, grab the devil's tail and press. As I pull this, you'll notice this goes down and I am pressing the paper. Now that's only half the paper. I want to make sure I get an even press and get both sides. So I got to wheel it halfway out and go again. Crank it all the way out. I would take the sheet out of paper out, give it to the owner of the shop, in this case Woodruff, and he read it as proof I had made no spelling or grammar mistakes. That's why we say proofreading. Now, when you get a good look at this plate, notice that everything is backwards. Have you ever heard the phrase, mind your P's and Q's? P's and Q's backwards gets a little confusing. When everything's done, you print this one page 200 times. This paper went out every Saturday, on average 200 subscriptions, so 200 copies. You want to know where upper and lowercase came from? Capital letters, you use them at the start of a sentence or the start of a name. You don't use them very often, so they go in the upper case. The little letters you use for everything else, you use all the time, you need the most of, go in the lowercase. It's one of the reasons we say uppercase and lowercase letters. Now, if you want to change the size of the font or the type or anything like that, you have to have the type to do it, and that's what these other drawers are for, is for all the other different types of letters. If you have any questions about William Woodruff or 19th century printing, please put them in the comment section. We would love to answer and find out what you're most interested in.